Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be super special. As you know, PT is going to change from 7th of August 2025. But in this video, I am going to give you complete in-depth details and my opinion on what the changes are likely to be and what are the things you need to take care of. For the viewers who are here for the first time, my name is Varun. I am a PT trainer. I've been teaching for the last 8 years and I've taught more than 50,000 successful students. Plus, I've got 13 times in PT. And in this video, I'm going to give you each and everything from my experience. I'll divide this video into different parts. First, we'll talk about the new questions which PT is going to add, then the change in the format, then change in the marking criteria, the impact of or the implication of these changes, and will the PT test be difficult to crack? Let's get into the video. Alright, the very first change, PT is going to add two new question types to the speaking module. In total, now you will be having 7 different question types. Earlier or in July as well, if you're taking the test in July, you will be having 5 different question types. But from 7th of August 2025, you will be having total 7 different question types. And the new 2 question types which are added are summarize the group discussion and respond to a situation. In summarize group discussion, you'll get an audio which will be between 2 to 3 minutes. 3 speakers will be there. You'll have to take notes. Once the audio stops, you'll be given 10 seconds and then you'll have to summarize the audio. You'll be given 2 minutes to speak. So the difficulty or the challenging part over here is you'll have to speak a bit more. Earlier, the maximum you were required to speak in any task in speaking was 40 seconds. Now you'll be required to speak around 2 minutes. This task will be contributing towards speaking and listening, and you will get 2 to 3 of these. After this, you'll get respond to a situation. This is comparatively an easier task. You don't really need to stress much about it. You'll get a situation, a text on your screen. The audio will be played of the same text. Whatever is written on the screen will be there in the audio. Once the audio stops, you'll have 10 seconds. After that, you'll have to respond to any particular situation for around 40 seconds. This will only contribute towards the speaking module. It's not that difficult. You'll get 2 to 3 of these as well. So these are the 2 new questions which have been added. Now there have been few changes to the exam format as well. I'll tell you what the new exam format would look like. Very first question which you'll get is personal introduction. This is not marked. After that, you'll get the first question type of the speaking module, read aloud 6 to 7. 10 to 12 repeat sentences, 5 to 6 describe images now, earlier they were 3 to 4, 2 to 3 retell lecture, 5 to 6 answer short questions, 2 to 3 summarize group discussion, and 2 to 3 respond to a situation. Now you'll get 2 summarize written text and 1 essay. After that, you'll get reading and writing blanks 5 to 6. 2 to 3 MCQ multiple. Earlier you used to get 1 to 2. Then 2 to 3 reorders, 4 to 5 reading blanks which are called drag and drop blanks, and lastly MCQ single 2 to 3 as well. After that, you'll be having your listening module. You'll only get 1 summarized spoken text. Earlier students used to get 1, 2 or 3 as well. After that, you'll have MCQ multiple answers in listening 2 to 3. Before it was 1 to 2. Listening fill in the blanks 2 to 3. Then highlight correct summary 2 to 3. Earlier it was 1 to 2. Select missing word will be 1 to 2 only. Then MCQ single answer 2 to 3. Highlight incorrect words 2 to 3 and write from dictation 3 to 4. So the number of questions in some question types have increased, and because of this your test will be slightly longer, around 15 to 20 minutes longer, but this is not something you should be stressing about. So new questions have been added and exam will slightly be longer because the number of questions for each task have gone up a bit. Now the third change is the marking contribution and the score contribution from one task to another. There have been some significant changes over here. Please pay attention. The very first task of the speaking module, read aloud. Earlier, it used to contribute towards speaking and reading module. And because of this, students used to get a lot of points in reading and it was easy for them to crack the reading module. But from now on, read aloud will only contribute in speaking. Another change is answer short questions. Earlier, it used to contribute to speaking and listening. Now it will only contribute in the listening module. After that, in reading, major change. Reading writing blanks, also called the drop down blanks. Earlier they used to contribute in reading and writing, both the modules, a lot of points in writing. But from now it will not contribute in the writing module, it will just contribute in the reading module. After that, listening, fill in the blanks. This used to give a lot of points in listening and writing, but from now on it will not contribute towards your writing, it will only contribute towards your listening. Apart from that, there have been changes in the score contribution. First change is in describe image. Describe image earlier used to have 5 points for content, now it will have 6 points for content. Same retail lecture will have 6 points for content. After this, summarize written text earlier used to have 2 points for form, now 4 points for form. Remember this thing. Next change is in summarize written text. Earlier in summarized written text, content was not that important. You used to only get 2 points for content, but now you'll get 4 points for content, and spellings will not really be checked. You'll not have that much contribution from the spellings. Essay as well, content scoring, development and structure scoring has gone way up. Earlier it was just 2 points, now it will be 6 points. Similarly, in summarized spoken text, content will be 4 points, means you'll have to write relevant content. So these are the changes from marking distribution, scoring criteria and scoring pattern. Remember, as I've told you, content part has gone up in each and every task. This means you'll now have to write or speak relevant content. Just using the template without any kind of relevant content, keywords or phrases will not help you anymore. I'm not saying templates will not work. Templates will definitely work. However, you have to make sure that you speak relevant information, add relevant ideas as well. I took the Pearson mock test today. Just the speaking part, I used templates in describe image, read a lecture. I designed a new template for respond to situation, and I designed a new template for group discussion as well. Fortunately, everything has worked. I'll be releasing out the templates. It's not that templates are not going to work. You need to understand what the system is looking for. You have to add relevant content and everything will be fine. Now, one more change to the marking criteria or how your questions will be marked. Earlier this year, Pearson released that for describe image and read a lecture, there will be human intervention. Human intervention means if you submit a response or if you submit your answer, and if artificial intelligence thinks that you are speaking a templated response or you're speaking a response which is irrelevant, then it will pass your answer to a human examiner who will check your content part and will award you the scores. Now this has been extended to, as it was already there in read a lecture and describe image, human intervention will now be there in summarize group discussion, respond to a situation, summarize written text, essay, and summarize spoken text as well. So 7 questions will be there which will be marked or can be marked by a human in case artificial intelligence flags out your response or passes your response that yes, I think this is a templated response, there's not enough relevant content. It will then pass to a human examiner who will check your response. So these are the changes. Now let's discuss what are the implications. So if we look at the implications of these changes, the very first thing is, let's talk about speaking module. Let's go module by module. Speaking, earlier you only used to have 5 different question types. Now you'll have 7 question types. So the contribution of each question type in speaking module will go down a bit. So more tasks will contribute towards the speaking module, and per task or per question contribution in the speaking module will go down. Next, writing. There's a major change here. Before, we used to get majority of our points from the reading module and listening module, but now this will go down. For your writing, you'll now need to work only on 4 different question types. Essay will be very important now. Summarize written text will be important as well. Summarize spoken text will be important, and write from dictation will be extremely important. Only 4 question types are going to contribute towards your writing. Earlier it used to be 6. Now, essay will play an important part. Remember this thing. Reading, major change here. You really need to be on your toes. You need to give your best if you want to get your scores in reading. Earlier, let's say if a student was aiming for 6, right? We used to tell him, don't worry about reading. Just do your best and read aloud, highlight incorrect words, you'll be fine. But that's not the case anymore, because read aloud is not going to give you points in reading. That is why your reading module will have a very big weightage in the reading module itself. From the modules, apart from reading, you'll have a low contribution or less contribution now. So in order to get your desired scores in reading, you'll have to make sure your reading blanks, reading writing blanks, or the drop down blanks, reorder paragraphs are perfect. You have to work a bit on both the MCQ questions as well, and then highlight incorrect words as well, a bit on summarize written text. If we talk about listening, listening will now depend a lot on speaking. If you look at my scores, the latest PT test or the PSN mock test I have given, just from speaking, I've got these many points in the listening module. Why? Because now we have got summarize, group discussion, retell lecture, answer short questions, and repeat sentences. Four different question types from the speaking module, which are going to give points in listening. And along with these four questions, you have got 8 questions in the listening module. But still, speaking will be a major contributor towards your listening module. For your listening, you'll have to work on listening, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, write from dictation, summarize spoken text, summarize group discussion from speaking, read a lecture from speaking, repeat sentence from speaking, a bit on your answer short questions, a bit on your MCQ single and multiple as well. We cannot completely ignore this. We'll have to practice a few of these as well. So these were the implications on the score distribution. Another implication is you'll have to manage your time properly. You'll have increased number of questions, but what I think, time will not increase that much. So you have to make sure you do proper, or you manage your time properly, so that you do not miss out on the questions which are extremely important. Even though the exam will be slightly longer or lengthier in terms of the time you have been provided, you'll have to manage your time properly. Now let's talk about the difficulty level. Everyone's asking me, will the difficulty go up? Is it better to go for IELTS now? What has changed? It's not worth it anymore. See, if I have to be very honest, and you know, if I have to be very transparent, it will be slightly challenging now. I won't say it will be extremely challenging. Students will get the scores if you do it the right way, if you understand the test. One module which can be slightly challenging nowadays, in the future as well, will be reading, because read aloud is not going to contribute towards your reading now, and this can be slightly challenging because we have to get our accuracy on top when it comes to reading module. Also, listening will depend a lot on speaking. Writing will depend a lot on your essay. Earlier essays were not really important, but now essay will be important. You can still use a structure or a template. However, you have to make sure you are addressing what the question is asking you to do. All right, so you have to be very careful about these things. We have already started implementing these changes on our website and on our app. If you submit any essay which has got irrelevant content, our website, as the Pearson actual website does, will straight away mark you down to 0. So it is a very good idea that you practice a few essay questions on languageacademy.com.au. The content checker, the AI is very smart. If you write irrelevant content or if you use template, you are straight away going to get 0. So this is another thing. In each and every question now, you'll have to use less template and more content. And finally, last thing which I want to discuss today, Pearson has also released a research report comparing IELTS scores to PT scores. Yes, even though they have published a research, Australian government or immigration has not accepted it formally. So for now, the score comparison remains the same. That is, for a band 6 you need 50, band 7 65, 6.5 is 58, and then band 8 is 79. Your university might have changed it, but for your PR, for your immigration purposes, it is still the same. So that is it from this video. We have covered each and everything. Number of questions which have increased, the 2 new question types which they have added, what are the implications, how the scoring criteria and score distribution will change, how you'll have to use less template and more content, how human intervention will be there, repeat sentence will have a beep. It's already there. Whenever your recording starts in repeat sentence, you'll get a beep sound. That's a change which is there in July as well and will go on in August and forever, I think. So these are few of the changes which I have discussed, which I've analyzed. You don't need to stress. When there were no templates, students used to get the scores. In the future as well, if you work hard, if you follow the right direction, if you go in the right direction, work under the right guidance and give you 100%, you will definitely get your scores. I'll be bringing a lot more videos on different question types, the new question types, the scoring contribution, everything. So if you want to stay updated, just subscribe, share this video with your friends as well. And yes, if you think the video was helpful, do like, share and subscribe. And if you ever get your scores watching my videos, do comment. That is something which motivates me to make more videos, and that is something which will help me to go on. That's it from this video. Now we are updating the website, and by the time you are watching this video, most probably some changes will be up on the website. To practice, just go on languageacademy.com.au, or you can download the LAPT exam practice app as well. If you need any help, if you need a crash course, intensive course on campus or online, just give us a call, send us a message, or visit our website, submit a form. Our team will be with you, and we will give 100% to help you out, to help you get your desired scores without wasting your time and money. Varun from Language Academy. Now go and register on languageacademy.com.au and get started with your PT journey.